My name is Valerius Hoss, Warden of Dark Mind Asylum. Welcome to Dark Mind Asylum. Within these walls, we contain individuals whose minds and abilities defy normal comprehension. Today, we examine 3 such subjects. You will hear their complete psychological profiles, past incidents, abilities, and containment measures. Listen carefully, for every detail matters. Dossier 065, ARACHNE Prime, the spider hybrid/parabiological predator. Designation, DMA-01. Classification, human arachnid chimera. Threat level, extreme. Personality type, ESTP, tactical opportunist/predator. Status, contained. Level 5 biocell. Overview. ARACHNE Prime is the result of illegal genetic experimentation merging human DNA with arachnid traits. Her body retains humanoid form but is augmented with additional limbs, silk-producing glands, and heightened sensory capabilities. She is both physically dangerous and psychologically unnerving, capable of stalking, ambushing, and immobilizing prey with unnatural precision. She does not speak. Her intent is communicated through gestures, clicks, and body posture. Yet she demonstrates strategic problem-solving abilities and situational awareness far beyond a normal human. 2. Background. Real name, unknown/subject X45. Age, estimated 28. Biological. Origin, clandestine bioengineering lab specializing in human-animal hybrids. Subject X45 was subjected to illegal experimentation for 2 years. When containment protocols failed, she killed all personnel in a laboratory with superhuman reflexes and silk immobilization. Authorities captured her after 3 months using high-voltage nets, reinforced biocages, and coordinated sedative gas deployment. 3. Physical description. Height, 5 feet 9 inches. Build, lean, toned, muscular but more lithe and agile than the male version. Additional limbs, 4 retractable arachnid appendages, tipped with claws. Eyes, 6, reflective, capable of near 360 degrees peripheral vision. Mouth, human jaw augmented with retractable mandibles. Skin, gray-black with chitin-like plating on torso and shoulders. Movement, can scale walls, ceilings, and tight surfaces, capable of leaping 3 times normal human distance. Other traits, silk glands along forearms, retractable clawed digits, sensory hairs detecting vibrations. Notable behavior. Clicks and postures as communication. Exhibits predatory stalking and environmental awareness. Can immobilize prey within seconds using silk. Moves silently and unpredictably. 4. Abilities. Enhanced reflexes and agility. Instant reaction to movement. Dodges projectiles instinctively. Predatory cognition. Tracks multiple targets simultaneously. Uses environmental traps and ambush tactics. Silk production. Web strong enough to restrain human targets. Produces silk in seconds. Climbing and wall traversal. Scales vertical surfaces with ease. Moves across ceilings. Environmental sensory awareness. Detects vibrations, footsteps, and breathing. Can identify human activity without line of sight. V. Psychological profile. Personality type, ESTP. Tactical, opportunistic, highly observant. Prefers action over planning but capable of strategic hunting. Non-verbal but highly expressive through body language. Reacts instinctively to threats or prey. Exhibits curiosity, territoriality, and playful predation. 6. Containment procedures. Cell A1, arachnid biocell. Fully reinforced walls, ceilings, and floors. No gaps larger than 1 inch. Motion sensors embedded in floors and walls. Feeding via nutrient tubes only. Minimal lighting, less than 20 lux. Staff rotation strictly enforced to avoid predictability. Use of high-voltage nets and immobilization darts for emergencies. Emergency protocol. Sedative gas, net immobilization, reinforced mesh. Maximum two-person handling. Avoidance of environmental objects she could use as tools. 7. Capture scenario. Captured after escaping a secret lab. Lured into containment using decoy prey. Immobilized with high-voltage nets and sedatives, Arachne Prime fought instinctively but could not breach reinforced biocell. Post-capture, she displayed adaptive problem-solving, attempting to manipulate silk threads to test cage weaknesses. 8. Containment behavior and observation. Clicks rhythmically when observing guards. Moves with precise, deliberate limb placement. Shows interest in geometric arrangements of objects. Becomes agitated in confined, monotonous spaces. Exhibits problem-solving in environmental manipulation. Dossier 066. The Humming One. The Silent Vocalist/Auditory Anomaly. Designation: DMH02. Classification: Nonverbal Sound Anomaly/Parahuman. Threat Level: High. Personality Type: ISFP, the Observant Minimalist. Status: Contained. Level 4 Soundproof Cell. Overview. The Humming One is a humanoid entity that communicates only through humming. While nonverbal, his presence can influence mood, induce nausea, disorientation, or auditory hallucinations in unshielded humans. He responds to environmental audio cues, becoming agitated or lethargic based on rhythm, pitch, and intensity. Extended exposure without acoustic shielding can cause neurological stress and psychological trauma. 2. Background. Real name: unknown. Age: unknown. Origin: first observed in abandoned theater district. Reports describe constant humming emanating from empty hallways. Attempts to approach resulted in disorientation, nausea, and hallucinations. Containment achieved through soundproof chambers with vibration dampening technology. 3. Physical description. Height: 5 feet 10 inches. Build: slim, fragile looking. Skin: pale, almost translucent. Eyes: large, reactive to sound. Hair: silvery, fine, straight. Movement: slow, deliberate, graceful. Vocal traits: humming only, variable pitch, can be silent. Notable traits: sensitive to acoustic stimulation. Humming can disrupt guard focus and emotional stability. Gesture-based communication, understood only by trained personnel. 4. Abilities. Sonic influence, induces nausea, vertigo, or anxiety in humans. Auditory camouflage, blends hums with environmental sound to evade detection. Nonverbal cognition, reads body language to respond appropriately. Environmental adaptation, resonance sensitive, sound-rich environments amplify effects. Behavior manipulation, can subtly influence guard routines. V. Psychological profile. Personality type: ISFP. Introverted, observant, highly sensitive. Avoids conflict, prefers silent observation. Attuned to environmental rhythms and patterns. Minimal interaction, yet curious. Responds with mood and hum modulation. 6. Containment procedures. Cell H2. Soundproof isolation. Acoustically sealed, padded walls. Staff wears hearing protection. Feeding via automated ports. Observation via infrared only. Controlled light cycles to prevent overstimulation. No reflective surfaces or objects amplifying sound. Emergency protocol. Sedation if humming reaches harmful intensity. Isolation reinforced to prevent accidental exposure. 7. Capture scenario. Contained after multiple civilian reports. Containment team deployed acoustic dampening suits and infrared surveillance. Hum-induced stress prevented approach without protective shielding. Successfully secured using soundproof chamber with automated feeding. 8. Daily observation and behavior. Hums intermittently, often in rhythmic patterns. moves objects to generate specific resonances, shows curiosity through gestures, posture, and environmental manipulation, becomes agitated if exposed to repetitive or loud noises, exhibits consistent daily routines based on acoustic stimuli. Dossier 067. HUSK. The putrefied entity / semi-living predator. Designation: DMZ-03. Classification: necrobiological variant / post-mortem reanimation. Threat level: extreme. Personality type: ISTP, the tactical survivor. Status: contained. Level 5 biosecure cell. Overview. HUSK is a unique post-mortem entity, partially decayed yet mobile, exhibiting regenerative properties that allow survival despite severe tissue loss. Unlike classic zombies, HUSK is highly intelligent, stealthy, and adaptive, relying on predation and manipulation to survive. He does not speak. Communication is through low guttural sounds, body posture, and gestures. 2. Background. Real name: unknown. Age: unknown. Origin: emerged after an unknown bioviral exposure event, later captured after multiple sightings in remote areas. HUSK displayed predatory cunning, avoiding detection while using environmental manipulation to trap humans. His behavior is calculated, not random. 3. Physical description. Height: 6 feet 0 inches. Build: emaciated but deceptively strong. Skin: gray, mottled, partially decomposed. Eyes: hollowed, faintly luminescent. Mouth: lacks full dentition, jagged tissue around jaw. Movement: slow stalking gait, capable of bursts of speed. Other traits: exposed bone in arms and legs, regenerates over time. Notable behavior: stealthy, avoids direct confrontation unless advantageous. Leaves minimal biological trace. Sensitive to light and sound stimuli. 4. Abilities. Adaptive regeneration. Restores damaged tissue slowly, maintaining mobility. Predatory instinct. Calculates ambushes, uses environment strategically. Sensory awareness. Detects heat, vibration, and movement with precision. Silent manipulation. Can silently reposition objects, set traps. Extreme survivability. Resistant to pain, can continue activity despite severe injuries. V. Psychological profile. Personality type: ISTP. Observant, pragmatic, tactical. Minimal emotion displayed, motivated by survival and predation. Intelligent and problem-solving, especially in hunting and evasion. Avoids unnecessary risk, efficient with effort and energy. 6. Containment procedures. Cell Z3. Biosecure isolation. Reinforced biohazard chamber. Automated feeding and waste removal. No organic materials allowed in proximity. Staff rotates regularly. No prolonged exposure. Environmental controls: dim light, sound dampening. Temperature 55 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Emergency protocol: sedative gas deployment. Electrified floor grid if breach occurs. Remote-operated restraint devices. 7. Capture scenario. HUSK was captured after tracking patterns of predation in abandoned industrial sites. Containment involved coordinated tracking, baited chambers, and immobilization with biosecure restraints. Multiple officers required to secure entity safely. 8. Daily observation and behavior. Primarily passive unless provoked. Rearranges cell environment subtly. Tests walls, restraints, and sensory thresholds. Demonstrates problem-solving to escape minor confinement anomalies. Appears to track guard routines instinctively. These 3 subjects and unique individuals represent only a fraction of what resides within Dark Mind Asylum. Each mind is a story. Each story is a warning. Each gift is a curse. Our observation continues. Our containment is absolute, and the unknown, ever present. These patients inhabit a world between fear and understanding, a delicate balance maintained by our observation and control. Here at Dark Mind Asylum, the extraordinary becomes documented, the dangerous becomes contained, and the mind, both human and beyond, remains under scrutiny. As new file episodes continue, you will witness the evolution of this reality, the layers of their ability, and the everlasting of continuity. Join us next time as we delve further into the darkness. All cryptids and patients captured by Dark Mind Asylum Cryptids Special Teams. Biological Anomalies Division. Special Cryptid Retrieval Task Force. Black Lantern Division.